Hey guys, I'm recording this right before taking a shower. I'm probably gonna post this in the morning. It's not morning time for me right now. I'm probably gonna post this at a different time from when I'm recording it. But wow, haven't made a mental health rant in quite a while. I also saw my friend is he commented on the last video, so you might see this. Sup, dude? I don't know if I should use your name in these videos. I don't know. You're probably gonna see this now. So now you know I've been making a lot of videos in recent times about a bad mental health, which I used to tell you about quite a lot. um, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a weird thing. I keep saying things that are making me laugh when I'm just talking about really depressive stuff about my life. You know about that. You went with me to 8th grade. Oh my god. To the general people watching too now, let me just talk about what's actually going on. This is gonna sound so stupid because the way I notice this stuff is from specific things happening, of course, because I'm experiencing all of this. I don't know how much of me is actually like from. I feel like I'm just like doing more things, adding more things to myself, and like changing so much to like be like others or impress others, try to be different when I'm not even actually thinking about this stuff genuinely, and I just don't know like how it's like. And the part I don't like about it is the doubt that I'm having from those thoughts. It's not just, do I really want to do this or am I trying to impress people? It's the thought of, should I be so harsh on myself saying, am I just trying to impress people? And it's the whole thing. I don't even know what I'm trying to describe. Something like that. It's so confusing in my mind. It hurts. This is gonna be one of the longer rant videos, I can already tell. Already 2 minutes. Wow. Didn't feel like that. Um, but like, I'll do normal things like, I play piano. I've been learning for 6 years. This will have been the 7th year of me playing piano. It's a fun thing, I know. It's a fun skill I have, and I like showing it to people. Just like, hey, look at this cool song I can play. I post videos on here. I send videos of it to my friends in like group chats, things like that. I invited some of my friends to a recital I was at. Sadly, none of them showed up. But, you know, I I do try to show them that. But it feels way different from other times I'm like, I feel like I'm just trying to impress people by doing this now. Because this is just like a genuine fun thing I like doing. But like, I could get really, really personal with it. I'm trying to remember all the examples that were just spiraling in my head, but I can't really tell them in a coherent order because I don't remember. Let's see. These things, you can probably tell these are not shoes. These are a type of footwear I cannot pronounce. I'm not even kidding. I don't know how to pronounce this word that starts with a B. May end with a T or an S if it's plural. Um, that's very hard for me to pronounce. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, I wear those instead of shoes. The reason I do that, a year or two ago, I had to get new shoes because the ones I was wearing were starting to no longer fit. And on the very day I was getting new shoes, nothing was in my size. They were all sold out except for those types of footwear. So I don't have the original ones. They broke and I threw them away in another country before getting those ones. Yeah, those ones are from another country. That's fun. So yeah, I kept wearing those and people noticed them. It was different and it was also comfortable. And the thing is, a lot of shoes don't cover the the ankle, and when they are like that, they always feel like they're gonna fall off. So that type of footwear, very good. Which is why I still have them instead of getting actual shoes, despite the fact that there are actual shoes that cover the ankles, of course. But here's what I've noticed. the pants I wear, they do not, they're not open enough to really cover the ankle part of that footwear. These are the only pants I have that do that. However, they are so open and so long, they go under my foot, and they keep getting dirty on the bottom when I walk around. So so I don't like having to wear these too often. And plus, I feel like you should only wear a piece of clothing once a week, like once until the next time you wash it. So these only show up once a week, or even further. Because again, I don't like having to wear them really, and I only wear them for like special occasion. I just wear them like at home only. I don't like to go out with them. I don't exactly know why I feel that way, but I do. And here's where I spent way too long explaining all of that. Here's where all of this probably clicked off again. Where all it shows up. It's the thought that like, am I just still wearing? I'm gonna say this so weirdly. I don't like saying that footwear. Mouthful. Am I just wearing boots because of because of the fact that they're different, they get noticed, and they're unique? Am I just wearing it to put on an image of myself? Am I just playing the character of myself? And so I get the thought, maybe just wear normal shoes that actually cover the ankle. And then with that thought, I'm thinking, am I changing too much of myself, doubting myself? And so it's two conflicting thoughts that I really don't like. And yeah. Like, and it's not even just like I don't think I fully went in depth about that piano thing I was just talking about. Yeah, piano, that's a skill I have. Very fun. Feels very different from other skills I have where like I've always thought, because both my parents have jobs. My mother is not a stay-at-home wife, but she still has all the responsibilities of one, despite having to fit that into a schedule with an actual job, 2 jobs even. So I always thought, that doesn't seem fair. I feel like all those responsibilities should be divided between the 2 people of the household. So I always thought, I want to at least clean. I mean, cook. Cook and clean. Sure, why not? I clean around my room. I quite like it, actually. I'll cook and clean around the house in the future. I'm perfectly fine with that. I want to learn to cook because of that. So, whenever I get the chance, I will like watch my mother cooking something, trying to figure it out. I've asked her a few times to like show me how the things work, so now I know how to do a few things. That's perfectly fine. That's something I'm learning where like it feels perfectly fine, like the piano, perfectly normal. For some strange reason, just like yesterday, that awful memory. I learned how to bake. I made cookies. And it's like, that's still learning how to cook. But for some reason, it felt different. Because I was thinking, I'm gonna make some cookies for my friends. That's a good idea. And it was that thing I added onto it that made me start to think, am I just doing this to show that I can do stuff and that I have worth? One of my friends already makes cookies. That's probably where it came from in my mind. I absolutely just instinctively just got it from there. Just like, why don't I do it for my friends as well? So now it just feels like I'm just trying to impress my friends and trying to be like them, and I don't like that. Don't like how I keep doing that. Heck, things go even deeper with not even copying, but just in general, trying to be different in ways that make absolutely no sense. I've had the thought so many times, what if I turned pescatarian? I haven't done it because the fact the reason I have the thought is because it's probably easy. It wouldn't feel like much of a change for me because I already like salmon. That's like my favorite meat. And like I already have a lot of fruits and vegetables all the time. I could live perfectly fine with that sort of diet. But it's the fact that it wouldn't feel different that makes me realize there's no reason for me to. It wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't exactly help. It would just keep me the exact same way. So it makes me realize, was that even a genuine thought, or am I just trying to be different? Fuck. I really, something I shouldn't bring up. In the eighth grade, yes, yeah, I get it. I'm starting to get it mixed up with seventh grade. I thought, yeah, I think I'm ace, and the weird thing about that, yeah, I still feel that way, because that's like how I, yeah, I think so, but I don't say it. Like, I will never say it unless I'm directly asked about it, because I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm just trying to be different. I keep doubting myself like that. But like, I feel like I just have that in my mind just to seem different for some reason. And so I don't like bringing it up. And it's the even deeper thought. I've literally had the thought in my mind. Like, I wonder if I'm Pan too. And that is such a weird thing to bring up. I know this is very weird. But it's literally but but like being ace, you realize it's all about personality pretty much. So why wouldn't I be? And it's immediately just like there's no way to prove that. There's no way to prove that I am that. So am I just adding that as well to seem different? Just to add things on to be more unique person. Is anything I do and think about myself real? Or am I just trying to be different or impress people? Am I being too harsh on myself? That's also such a big thought that keeps showing up. And I don't like thinking these things. Yeah. I think the reason I don't. It's very confusing. I'm starting to realize, like, some of those things I brought up was the idea of me copying my friends towards the beginning or middle of this video, whatever you call it. This is a very long video now. It's about having, like, thinking things that are similar to what my friends think. Oh my god. I keep forgetting things. Oh, I feel like no one's gonna make it to this point in the video. So this is so unfortunate. I just forgot the things. My third time going back onto the footwear tangent. It's also the thought that, like, because the pants I have don't go over the ankles of boots, I've had the thought, like, because I've noticed that, like, cargos, I think they're called that, the things with many pockets on them, which seems very useful. I use pockets a lot and they just get way too full sometimes. So it would be useful, and I noticed that they go quite open at the bottom. Why don't I get those? So that I can actually, so the things feel proper. And, like, sure, the size, the utility of the pockets, seems like very good reasons to have it. But it's also the fact that so many of my friends wear them that I'm thinking I'm just trying to copy them. And that it's not genuine, so I don't get them. I haven't asked for them. And even part of my brain is just saying, why ask for new clothes? All the ones I have fit right now. Why should I try to pester my mother saying, hey, buy new things? Which I don't think I can really argue with myself anymore, because this long sleeve shirt, I have a few of them that I got last week. Because I just had, like, a thought that I didn't get from anywhere, so I did it. There was no doubt because of the fact that I just made it up on my own. Imagine, like, a short sleeve shirt, a normal one, like a t-shirt, or this polo shirt, or a button-up shirt. Collars are very cool to me. What if I had these long sleeve shirts directly under them? I think that would look very good. So I got a few of them. So yeah, I can't make that argument anymore, can I? Um, what was I talking about before I went back onto this? I don't remember. Because I think I was bringing something up. Oh yeah, it's like the idea that those skills I'm learning, which I'm like really, I I've always thought I want to have just a bunch of unique skills that I don't think any of my friends know, that could just like be brought up at some point in time. Maybe they'll be useful, maybe they'll just be cool. And I think that'd be fun. So I learned how to sew, and it's actually been very useful. It doesn't feel like one of those skills where I'm just trying to impress people, because when I when I learned it, I immediately fixed my book bag. I didn't go to show someone. I fixed my book bag because it was genuinely falling apart. Let me show you something real quick. Look at all those pencils. That's not all of them that I have. I also have an entire bag full of them because I have too many. I have 282. I'm collecting them. And people are noticing. That's very fun. Very funny. But yeah, the thing was starting to break. That bag is on the entire other side, which makes it a bit inconvenient. But that's because that bag was originally under the pencils, and the pencils being like too many in that pocket, plus that thing weighing down on the pocket, was making it start to rip. And the pencils even like entirely fell out one morning in my mother's car, thankfully, not like at school or at my bus stop. But yeah, I fixed that after I learned how to sew. And then I think I showed this in the last video. I sewed this little guy. One of my friends introduced me to Pinterest last year, and I keep going on there just finding little crafts, and I keep getting recommended sewing things. Didn't know how to sew, so I just saved all of them for later. And this is like one of the first things I saw. So I learned that. Wow, 17-minute video. No one's gonna see this. But yeah, that's just one of the skills that I just think like, that's one of the miscellaneous skills that I just think is actually very fun. And then I learned other things like that baking thing, and I tried to learn a card trick, and the moment I started trying to learn those, I immediately realized my friends do that already. I definitely just accidentally copied them. I don't think I came up with that on my own. I think I subconsciously took that from them. And it's like, it's things where like it seems like where I'm really doubting myself is when I feel like I'm copying people. And it's strange. That piano playing. I keep holding on to that. I found out one of my friends also plays an instrument, not the piano, an entirely different one. I joined their band, as I've talked about in some of these videos. I'm in a band. My friend was in it originally. It's now I've joined. And it's like, I wonder, why don't I feel like there's something there? I think I felt like just a little bit towards the beginning, like we were just like, similar thing, just trying to do what my friend's doing, and maybe being a little weird about it. Let me join the band you're in. Sure, why not? It seems a bit weird, a bit clingy. It's very strange. I feel like I would notice something if one of my friends did that. But, however, nothing's been said to me. So maybe my friends aren't noticing a single thing. They're not, like, noticing anything, like, because, like, a lot of me thinking that I'm just trying to impress them. Drawing. I like drawing, but now I keep drawing and showing it to my friends, and I feel like I'm just trying to look for attention. Just like, hey, look at this cool thing I made. Isn't it cool? Please say you like it. Please. Oh, wow, I don't see it. It's nowhere. Anyways, yeah. So, it's the thought that, like, it's the thought that, like, I feel like I'm just insignificant compared to them. Like, I'll have nothing to bring up in a conversation, and it'll just be an awkward silence. Or one extra friend's there, and those two just keep talking, and I never have anything to add. And I feel like they're just noticing me. They're just awkwardly silent as they continue things, and that I'm just like a nuisance to them, and they think I'm inferior. And I just constantly feel like I need to prove myself for some reason. I'm gonna maybe try and summarize all of what I just said into a shorter video that I post directly after this. I still want to post this video because of how in depth I actually go about it. But planning things is difficult. I don't know how to summarize all of this, but I'll have to figure it out, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, I've noticed uh, I keep seeing like one day I would see the same 3 commenters commenting on like most of my videos right as they showed up, saying supportive things, and that always made me very happy. I've noticed a very new one. Hey Prussia, I've noticed you're watching a lot of these. That's very kind person. This video is too long now. I'm gonna end it here.